my guy, yeah. Holy ground, hold me down, yeah. Yeah. You know I shine, I'ma shine, yeah. My God, hold me down, I'ma shine, yeah. My God, watch me shine. Whoa, whoa, I'm gonna shine. Whoa, you know I gotta shine, watch me shine.
It is time to shine. It is time to shine. Welcome, kings and queens, fellow jewels tuning in or listening to us on the live show or the podcast. We have made it to the end of this season, you all, to the end of this road. We put in the time, we put in the work, we put in literally the discipline in order to get to this end finale of season 3 for Run the Jewelz podcast show and vidcast series. We still have more in store, and so we're not going away anywhere. We're just taking a quick break to get refreshed and to get rejuvenated to hit the ground running for our season 4 coming up soon. But we are coming to a close for this season, you all. Tonight's episode is episode 185. The season 3 finale recap is what we're going to be talking about tonight. We've had a ton of jewels that we've dropped. Literally, I believe, let me look at the correct data so I'm not mistaken, you all. We put in 35 total episodes for season 3, you all. We've literally put in 35 total episodes for season 3. And so I'm excited. I'm hyped about what we're going to be able to do moving into our next season 4. Literally, if you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in. You can definitely listen to us on all streaming services or podcast platforms that you listen to your favorite podcasts on. Just search for the Run the Jewelz podcast, and you'll see our title art. So you can literally listen to previous episodes that we've done from season 1 all the way up to now, currently season 3. And so definitely, if this is your first time rocking with us, go and follow us and also subscribe. And speaking of subscribe, you can subscribe currently right now to the Julian Smartrimple YouTube channel. We are releasing our Run the Jewelz YouTube channel literally this week. So stay tuned to see all of our previous episodes from season 3 updated on the RTJ Run the Jewelz podcast show YouTube channel. But for right now, if you want to catch any of our recent episodes from this past season, you can subscribe to Julian Smartrimple's YouTube channel. Also, we definitely are going to be taking interest for season 4 episodes. If you have what it takes, if you're not afraid to speak your truth and to also be able to speak it with boldness and courageousness and fearlessness, you may be one of our upcoming guests that we'll be interviewing for season 4 coming up. And so if you're interested, I'm going to drop in the comment section how you can be a part of our season 4 episodes to be on our podcast show and also vidcast series. We've had a ton of excellent episodes from season 3 this season. For those that were able to come and bless us with their talents, come and bless us with their testimonies that they were able to drop this season. And so I'm excited to see where we are headed in the next few months. And so for those who may be interested, I'm putting in the comment section right now how you can sign up to be a fellow Jewel or VIP guest on the RTJ show season 3. And so definitely click the link that we're putting in the comment section to sign up to be one of our upcoming guests for next season. Also, if you're not familiar with our brand, with our international movement, our ministry, the RTJ Lifestyle Show was created to spread inspiration to young professionals and millennial entrepreneurs who want to learn wisdom on how to shine brighter in their careers or their businesses. And so shout out to all of the professionals and also the entrepreneurs and business owners out there that are not afraid to shine bright like the bright diamond jewel that they've been, that you and myself have been created to be. And so this show is for those who are not afraid to shine, and also not afraid to shine brightly in the lives of others. And so if this is your first time rocking with us on the podcast, we appreciate you for showing up. And share this content. Give us some likes, give us some hearts, share this with someone you know can benefit from it. But to stay in touch with us throughout the rest of this year, we do have additional workshops, webinars, consulting, coaching services, and also additional services to help you with whatever your need or whatever your desire is. All you have to do is follow the jewels by clicking the link that we put in the comment section, or you can literally subscribe to us with our podcast, and you can literally find out how to connect with us outside of this podcast episode. But we're going to get ready to break down just a recap for season 3, you all. Literally, we put in the time, as you heard me say before, we put in the work and a lot of patience with our team behind the scenes to make this season a success. And so we got to celebrate that. If you are an entrepreneur, a creative, or even if you are someone that is a creator, you have to celebrate your wins. You have to celebrate each and every time you're able to persevere, not give up, because there's tons of people that give up on themselves, and also they give up on their talents, their gifts, and even give up on their purpose. If you don't know your purpose, you definitely need to go and replay or recap some of our previous episodes, because we all literally have a purpose while we are here on this earth. Some of us are able to find it. Some of us are able to walk in it. But many individuals are not able to get to walking in their purpose, let alone finding it. And so we're going to be recapping some of our purpose for the RTJ show season 3, some of our highlights, and also some of our episodes that meant the much to myself and also our audience. And so let's take a look as we go back and go into the time vault and see what we've been able to do so far for this season. So let's take a look. So we've had 35 episodes for season 3, over 1,100 views for our episodes, and also literally over 300 comments. So we could not do this show a success without all of you all who are listening on our podcast, all of you all who may be watching the replay or the live stream. Thank you to our fellow jewels, our VIP jewels who are our sponsors, and also our guests. We could not have made this season a success without you. And so we applaud you, and also are indebted to you all for supporting us throughout this journey. Literally, I just found this out this past week. For those who listen to us on Spotify or on any of the podcast platforms, Spotify literally did an unwrapped version for the podcasters and also creators to be able to see how much they have impacted their audience and their listeners. And so I'm proud to say that we literally have released 37 episodes for this year. And literally we are in 6 countries that are listening to our podcast, from Europe all the way to Spain, and even here in the US and Canada and the UK. And so shout out to all of you all who are subscribed or following us on your favorite podcast platform: Apple, Stitcher, Google, Samsung, Spotify, Amazon, you name it. We're on all podcast platforms. But literally go and listen to some of our previous episodes so you can see literally the progress that we put in throughout this year, releasing our episodes literally in 6 countries. Next year, we're definitely looking to double the amount of countries that we are hitting. And so we're going to be putting in a lot of spices and also enhancements to the show to make it even more suitable and also more internationally based. And so we're literally putting together our team over the next few weeks and the next few months to gather the data, to collect some of our strategies to make our show even more revolutionary and internationally known. And so if you are literally invested in yourself or interested in starting your own podcast, literally we can help you through some of our coaching services that we offer through our partnership organization, Smart Jewelz Enterprises, that powers our show. But I just wanted to highlight this because this is not anything to glaze over. We said it when we were just literally hosting our episodes online and be live. We upgraded right now to StreamYard, the platform that we use to showcase our podcast for season 3. And we literally started our podcast at the end of last year. And so shout out to those who have been tracking with us. So whether you're a newcomer or a new jewel to the fold, we appreciate you rocking with us. But definitely go and follow and subscribe to us on any of our podcast platforms. Here's a recent episode that we just launched for our podcast. This is just a recap on one of my favorite episodes from season 1, keeping your family together throughout life's trials. I believe this was episode 54. And so take a listen and hear from one of my very special VIP guests, Dr. Frank Marshall.
Had to stay strong, for them, and I never let them see me cry, but I have my moments when I'm by myself, what have you. But, so that's just something. I know life goes on, so, death is imminent. We all gonna die. You have to accept it. You can, like I say earlier, you can rebel against it, and you too can wind up to an early death, or you can accept it and move on. So I can understand now when you lose, because we were married for 44 years. We were married for 44 years. We've been together, knowing one another right at 50 years. So we've been married for 44. Wow. Never been separated or anything. She was a wonderful, wonderful woman, man. Like I said, if I don't ever be loved by another woman again, I've been loved before. I can say that. Man, I didn't have to. She's an excellent cook. And I prayed for a wife when I was a kid growing up. Because when I was growing up, Julian, I used to see so much infidelity and stuff, man. I knew it wasn't right. And I prayed to God then, Lord, when I grew up.
So that's just a little small snippet from our recent episode that we just released for the podcast, Keeping Your Family Together Throughout Life's Trials, with Dr. Frank Marshall, who's one of the pillars in the community. He's definitely a community influencer and an entrepreneur in his own right. But these are trying times that we're in, no matter whether you've made it through this year successfully, unscathed from the fire of the economy, unscathed from the fire of, we know, V19, unscathed from any of the trials that you may have faced in your personal life, your mental or your physical capacity. We got to know how to keep our family unit together, whether you are married or single, whether you are an only child like myself or you have siblings. We have to keep the family bond and the family unit strong. And so literally, Dr. Frank bled for us to be able to see behind the scenes of how he was able to make it through a tremendous trial in his life from losing his significant other. And so if you are someone that is wanting to find out the hidden jewels and how to push through, persevere when your family is literally struggling, or even potentially your family may be at odds, definitely go and listen to our recent podcast episode, Keeping Your Family Together Throughout Life's Trials. And you could also subscribe to us on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon, Google, Samsung, iHeartRadio, you name it. Today's sponsor, though, let's go ahead and definitely pay homage to our sponsor for this year. I'm not for this year. I'm sorry, for this episode. This episode, each and every episode, we highlight a VIP sponsor. And so today's sponsor highlight goes to none other than Everybody Eats. Everybody Eats is a community-based revolutionary organization here in Atlanta, Georgia, on the west side of Atlanta by the West End community. You can definitely go and visit their website at Burgundy, BURGUNDY Prime Rose, PRMROSE CBMA.squarespace.com. I know they're in the process right now of changing their website, but I'm putting it in the comment section for those who are interested in seeing what our VIP sponsor is about. We partner with them on many community-based events. They teach literally how to grow where you are, and to specifically have community-based gardens, which is a revolutionary concept in itself, you all. For those who are looking to eat cleaner, those who are looking to learn how to grow your own produce, to have your own tower gardens, your own box gardens, whatever you are looking to grow, and also help learn from others who are doing literally community-based growing. You can definitely go and search at Everybody Eats. Everybody Eats, which the founder, one of my brethren, and also one of our fellow kings, Sean D'Angelo Walton, is the founder of that organization. He's definitely doing major work in the community here in Atlanta and even in Ghana, West Africa. And so if you are wanting to be a part of a revolutionary organization, definitely go and support Everybody Eats. Everybody Eats Atlanta. You can search for them on IG at Everybody Eats ATL, I believe, but I'm putting it in the comment section of how you can tap in to what they are doing. But tonight's episode 185 is sponsored by Everybody Eats. So shout out again to all of our sponsors this year, you all. We literally have had, I believe, over 12 or 13 sponsors for this season that literally supported our work and supported our brand for the Run the Jewelz podcast show. And so each of our episodes for season 3 and at the end of season 2, we have had a sponsor. And so shout out to all of our VIP sponsors that we highlight each and every episode. We cannot make this show a success and also be able to afford any of the equipment, any of the upgrades to make our show more professional and also more clean cut without you and also your support. So we appreciate you fellow jewels that are our VIP sponsors for all of our season 3 episodes. But let's keep going, you all, because we got to recap all the move and also all the patience and hard work that we put in this season. Yep. So you saw it. We are going to be looking for season 4 podcast sponsors or episode sponsors for season 4 coming up. But literally, you can click the link to see how to sign up to be an upcoming sponsor. And again, shout out to our sponsor tonight for episode 185, Everybody Eats. Take a look at one of our artist highlights that we also highlight special artists that we partner with in our community. And so take a look and see at one of our VIP artists, Brother War.
Tell me when to go, like 40 water. Tell me when to go, tell me when to go. The mountains hoppers usually proceed about a valley. Enemy try to win, but you in the alley. These weapons keep forming, but they are not allowed to prosper, so you know that they can't take you out. It's very wise to proceed with caution, but never give in to the fear, because that's not an option. On the other side of this transition breakthrough battle, God is fighting this. Feels like it might go insane, but Father God holding your hand through the growing pains. Your assignment, beloved, still remains to advance God's kingdom and His reign. He will never leave you or forsake you, and He'll take you where you're supposed to go. Don't listen to Pinocchio. Pursue His presence over everything, and your purpose will be activated more than you've ever seen. Tell me when to go, like 40 watt. Use my talents, but I need your power for your watt. Tell me what to say, give me the words. I will be obedient even when I feel scared. Tell me when to go, like 40 watt. Use my talents, but I need your power for your watt. Tell me what to say, give me the words. I will be obedient even when I feel scared.
So that's a highlight from Brother War, like 40 water. Like 40 water, we out here. Shout out to Brother War, who's also one of our artist VIP spotlights for our recap finale episode. You can definitely go and support Brother War on any of the listening stations that you listen to your favorite artist on, or you can subscribe to his YouTube channel at Brother BRUTHA War, the Brother War YouTube channel. He definitely is also in the community. Shout out to Brother War, who was one of the members of a Christian hip hop group called Brothers Grimm's. And so definitely go and support those who are our musicians and also our community artists that we support for RTJ. But if you are an artist wanting to have your music highlighted on one of our shows for season 4 coming up, definitely you could also click the link that's in the comment section to see how you could also be featured on an upcoming episode, whether you have music, whether you are an artist that are just wanting to have some more listeners for our podcast, or you're just interested in wanting to get some feedback, because we do have a live show that gives commentary. Definitely submit to have your snippet, not your whole song, but a snippet of your song played on one of our future episodes, and we'll make sure our team is able to get back to you to see if you align with our message and also with our ministry for the RTJ show. But definitely we applaud Brother War and some of our other artists that we've highlighted, Alpha and others for season 3 and also season 2. And if you are interested, definitely click the link that's in the comment section to sign up to be a part of our season 4 episodes. But let's keep going, y'all. So it is time, as I say a lot on our show, it is time to get off the sidelines and start your own podcast. Literally, it is time for you, especially who are listening, to allow the world to hear your message, to allow the world to hear what you have to say, and not just be someone who is an onlooker or who is a supporter. There's plenty of people that are waiting to hear your message. They're waiting to hear your ministry, or you're waiting to hear about your business, or even your words of inspiration. But you have to have the courage and the boldness to step out there and to be able to let people hear what you have to say. And so if you want to create your own show or podcast, we have podcast coaching services and consulting services with our organization that we partner with, Smart Jewelz Enterprises. And so you can visit them at www.smartjewelz, Jewelz, enterprises.org. That's smartjewelzenterprises.org to sign up for a free 30-minute discovery session to allow our staff and also allow you to see how to get your show launched into the new year. And so don't wait, don't sit on the sidelines, start where you are today. And that leads us to the next part, where we have to highlight one of our affiliate partners that we partner with to help get their show launched. But these are some of our services that we partner with Smart Jewelz Enterprises to launch our podcast and to also launch our clients that we partner with podcasts. Their show creation services, live streaming, technical assistance if you are wanting to have people behind the scenes like we do for our show to make your show run seamlessly and also be professionally seen, and also brand visibility, webinars. We're in the process right now of releasing even some healthy cooking show webinars, and also some financial literacy webinar classes. If you are a teacher looking to get some classes or courses for your online platform or even your online institute, we have what you need in order to get you into the right place to launch, or even to help enhance your product or your show or your podcast to get it more out there with the international community. And so if this is you again, visit www.smartjewelzenterprises.org to help let us make your show or your podcast more professional. But our affiliate partner that we have to give a shout out to, you all, our affiliate partner is with Midnight Prayer Watch. Shout out to the beautiful and illustrious Delta Williams, who literally is the host, the faithful host of the Midnight Prayer Watch. If you are interested in receiving prayer, we all need prayer, myself included, and any of those who may be dealing with rough issues such as mental health, depression, anxiety, fear, suicidal thoughts. You all, I repeat, any of those who may be dealing with depression, anxiety, fear, or suicidal thoughts. We see what's happening in the media each and every day this year for season 3. But we want to make sure that you have resources to tap into. And so our affiliate partner and one of our clients, Midnight Prayer Watch, for this season, they have been live every Monday at midnight to have a virtual prayer intercession. You can visit them at their Midnight Prayer Watch YouTube channel here on Facebook. You can definitely go and follow them at Midnight Prayer Watch. Or if you have any prayer requests, because they take open prayer throughout the year, those may need prayer, definitely email them at midnightprayerwatch@gmail.com. Again, that's midnightprayerwatch@gmail.com in order to receive some prayer. I know I've been on some of the segments with Delta and also with some of her other prayer warriors and intercessors. But we always like to make sure we highlight our clients and affiliate partners that we partner with here with the RTJ show. And so let's take a quick look and listen for those who are on our podcast at what Midnight Prayer Watch is talking about on their podcast that they just recently launched. And so shout out again to Delta Williams and also Midnight Prayer Watch. But let's take a listen so you can hear a small snippet from one of the episodes of Midnight Prayer Watch, and to see what their ministry is doing via their Spotify channel. You can definitely go and subscribe and follow Midnight Prayer Watch, which is one of our affiliates through the Smart Jewelz Network. Shout out again to MPW Midnight Prayer Watch. But let's take a look and listen for those who are on the podcast to one of their recent episodes from I believe season 1. The title of this episode is called Wait. So let's take a listen for one of their recent episodes that they just launched.
Good morning, good people. I am so excited to be here this Midnight Prayer Watch live. Oh my goodness, good people. Thank you so much for joining me once again. We are here. We are live. We are in full effect. we are doing things that only the Lord can be in the midst of, can be at the helm of. And I just am so appreciative of you tuning in again. We're here again, just praising. Oh my goodness. Oh, Daddy Peoples. I didn't know what was the Lord saying was going to be the worship song this evening. And then I literally just got this. I thought it was going to be another song. I literally just got this download while I was in prayer before the watch started. And he's like, we kicking it old school tonight. All right, we're taking it back to he's an on-time God. Yes, he is. And I just want y'all to realize that the timing of things that take place in our lives are just as important as things that haven't yet broken through in our lives. So that's what Holy Spirit is saying. We are going to continue to edify in this midnight prayer watch, is talking about wait. Are you ready to wait on the Lord to allow those breakthroughs to come forth? Are you eager to wait on the Lord for his timing to manifest in your life? Or are you like most of us, me included, that's like, oh, I know that this is going to happen, Lord, so I just want to go ahead and just let me have it now. Let me have that new car right now. Let me have that new that new job right now, Lord. Oh, Lord, if I could just get past this season of my life so I could move into new breakings in finances, Lord. It's so many different things. So we are here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're talking about waiting, because what I heard was that the waiting, no matter what season we're in, whether we're in a grateful period or whether in a trial or a tribulation, the waiting is something that we don't do good at. And he's called us to wait several times. I mean, there have been several examples of people that just like, I'm just tired of this. How much longer are you going to take? Even when he's told you that it's coming, even when he said, yep, this is going to take place, or yep, I'm going to go ahead and give you that new baby, like he told Abraham and Sarah. And he's like, wait a second, I'm like 100 years old and Sarah is 75 and she ain't got no good eggs in there. What am I going to do with that? How am I going to work with that, Lord? So then, they took matters into their own hands. And obviously the Lord had to be like, really? Oh, ye of little faith, again, which is what we talk about a lot. So I appreciate everybody again.
So that's just a small snippet. Shout out again to Midnight Prayer Watch with D. Delta Williams, the fearless host of MPW. Definitely go again and subscribe and follow Midnight Prayer Watch. That is one of our affiliate partners that has literally just launched their podcast this year. So we are literally allowing people to make their dreams and also their ideas a reality, that we partner with Smart Jewelz Enterprises and also with the Run the Jewelz podcast show and Smart Jewelz Network. And so if this is you, if you're someone that is looking to launch again, if you're looking to get off the sidelines and to get in the game, definitely go and subscribe first and foremost to Run the Jewelz podcast, and also go and subscribe to the Midnight Prayer Watch. And then you can visit www.Smart Jewelz Enterprises to sign up to literally get a free discovery session to talk about how to launch your podcast, to launch your show, and stop sitting on the sidelines, but to get in the game. And so again, shout out to the affiliate partner of the RTJ show, Midnight Prayer Watch, who is out there doing their thing, you all. They are not playing. Definitely go and connect with their services and also get connected with their resources that they have. But let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it rolling. For those who are also our fellow VIPs, our VIP jewels that have actually supported us, all of the names that you'll see at the bottom of the ticker shortly have been some of our biggest supporters our donors, even that have sown donations into our show broadcast. Each and every week, we drop jewels from our VIP guests that come on the show to share their talent, to share their message, to share their wisdom with you all and also with myself. And so if you are interested in partnering with us, because we do want to literally partner with those who are receiving from what we are giving out with our jewels each and every week. You can become a member with our Patreon account that we just recently started. There's 3 ways to give. You can become a gold jewel, a diamond jewel, or a platinum VIP jewel. There's 3 different levels of giving with 3 different prices, and each level has different benefits, all the way from coaching services to being a part of the online institute for professional development, financial literacy, and health and wellness classes and courses, all the way down to different discounts for our online store. And I'm excited to say that we are about to be launching our merchandise for season 4 next season. And so stay tuned, you all. We are not playing. We about to hit this ground running. We are about to be all the way turned up for season 4 with new equipment, with new programs, with new outreach marketing. I'm excited, you all. And so literally take a look. I'm about to load up. Take a look at one of my favorite episodes from this season, season 3. This was literally one of our first episodes of the season that we did with one of my very special VIP guests, Mr. Xander. I'm about to pull up his episode, was called Startups for Gen Z. And so if you are interested in finding out how to create a startup, or you're looking to start up your own business going into the upcoming months, you could definitely take a look and learn from my very special guest, Xander Kazanowski, who is also under the age of 25 and has started his own business from scratch. And it is a startup. I'm actually going to probably check in with Xander again in the new year to bring him back because he is leading the Gen Z generation and showing others that they are not just all playing around with being social media gurus and also social media influencers that are not getting paid or that are broke, but he's actually someone that is building up his business and also showing other young professionals and young entrepreneurs that are within the age of 26, I believe, and below, how to start their business up from scratch. So take a listen to see what my very special VIP guest Xander had to say. Business venture. And so talk to us about how have you kept your focus in still being under the age of 25 and still literally finding out who you are identity wise as a young king, as a young man. Talk to us about how do you keep your focus, and also how do you not get distracted easily like many of your peers that are your age?
No, I'm distracted all the time. And I think that's one of the things that's I have this sort of life that I want to live that's kind of wherever I want, whenever I want. And the only way to really do that is to, create something that's hyper usable, that's widespread, that, people will that changes lives, quite frankly, because you're not going to get anywhere unless you can actually make an impact on, the day-to-day life of an individual and a group of individuals. And so it really does change lives, because if you can, work all day, minimum wage, you clock out, maybe you're at $1.20, and then you go move a couch with your buddy and get $80 that's a significant uptick in, just 30 minutes of your annual income. And people do, we've seen, they're logging in, they're doing painting, they're doing a painting job that they normally wouldn't have any contact with the client at all, but now they're able to make that transaction, make it happen, and they're making money, and money changes things, and it helps people, and it rises up, helps people build, and it creates. And I'm here to have a good time, but also create. So I just think that constantly plugging the philosophy and spreading the gospel of what we're up to, even while I'm out having a good time. And that's actually sometimes when I meet the people who make the most difference, the biggest change within our organization and help it grow, in the greatest capacities just by going out and living life and enjoying life. And it's gotten a lot more enjoyable lately, being out here in Chicago, and with the reopenings and whatnot, we're able to go and just see people existing. And I think that's the biggest thing, just constantly be communicating and spreading your gospel, spreading your truth, spreading the truth that you know, and kind of having that vision in your head of what the future could be, and just knowing that if you take steps, even if it's in a zigzag pattern, but you're slowly approaching, you know, and you go in a direction, you realize that's not the right direction, you're going there and you're going back, and, you know, at least you're moving somewhere. And that way you can kind of learn from the mistakes of the past and just iterate. And, you know, you start early, you can go off, you can go crazy. And it just all comes down to whether or not you know how to pick yourself up when you fall, and just knowing that you can tumble forward. It's not going to be, you know, a clean gallop. It can be a pretty rugged road, but like at least you're further down it than you were before. And you've learned a lot, and you've helped a lot of people with their same, you know, journeys. Maybe it's not the same journey, but you get a lot of insight. You live a lot of life just by running around creating and doing something, rather than consuming, and rather than just passively taking life. Just going out and, you know, trying to carve out the life that you think makes the most sense.
So that's a $1 billion jewel from my very special guest, Xander, that was literally telling us, myself too, and you all listening on our podcast or our live stream replay, how to persevere and to not just be a talker, but to be somebody who is a walker, to be somebody who is a doer and a creator, and not just literally a consumer. And so you heard from one of my very special guests from season 3, you all, that brother, that king, was dropping a ton of jewels, especially for his age, being under the age of 25. I always applaud the men, especially that are focused. I think he's even married right now. I know last time he was on the show earlier this season, he was engaged. And so he definitely is someone that is mature and also disciplined with his craft. He's not playing, you all. He's not saying that he wants to get a business off the ground in his 20s. He's actually doing it and living it out. And so shout out again to our Gen Z jewels that are literally making things happen and also being creatives in their own right. But let's take a look at one more quick snippet of one of my favorite episodes from season 3, you all. Each and every season, we do a final recap to show some of our VIP guests that were able to literally come and blow not just myself, but even our audience away. And so this is one of my favorite episodes too, that we literally were able to capture a ton of information in a short amount of time, especially when it came to literally finding how to navigate relationships, learning how to navigate through different relationships, and also to navigate through Hollywood, especially. And so take a look at one of my very special VIP guests, and he's actually one of my high school classmates. This brother is an actor. He's doing his thing out in Hollywood. He's doing his thing out in the Atlanta community and also throughout the U.S. And so you need to definitely recognize and remember this brother's name. And I'm about to bring him on the screen so you can see a quick snippet of his episode. His episode was 167, how to expand your creative resume and portfolio as an actor. With my brother and one of my fellow kings, John Dixon, who is an actor, you all. He is a paid actor. This brother is not just out here talking about Hollywood. He actually is a creative and a paid actor. You can go and check his IMDb, John Dixon. And so take a listen to see some of the jewels that he was dropping in his episode.
If you don't have it, you have to forge forward, and you have to give them a good product still.
And then I started going back to that. I mean, there was nothing that I can do. So I'm always looking out for projects and looking for stuff to do and all that sort of things. And then, you know, I'm a creator, so I have to create. And so I decided to go back, and I went and ended up writing an album and producing and rapping. And, you know, it's called Quarantined. It's on every major platform out there right now. And that's what you do as an entertainer. You find something. You have to find something to keep you moving, because my brain has to continue going, because, as you know, this is just how I'm built. I want to act, so I'm going to act. I want to rap. I got to rap. I got to be funny. I got to do this. I got to stand up. I want to do improv. I want to go here. All that was taken away. So I started filming monologues again. And I was like, okay, I got nothing to do. I'm going to film some monologues. You know what? I'm going to talk to some of my buddies. He does score. We're going to get him to score underneath the monologue. We're going to see what this sounds like. You know, and I was using the social media platforms during all of the COVID, creating my own stuff. I was just writing monologues and putting music behind it. And I was like, you know, somebody might see that. And sure enough, someone saw it and then casted me as a soldier, because that's what the monologue was about.
Wow.
So it's free. And then that goes back to your social media. This is free. Use it and show off. And it's scary. It's vulnerable and it's raw. And people are not going to like some of it. And that's okay. But you know what? If you're out there showing it and giving yourself, somebody's eventually going to give you a chance. And that's just kind of, it's a numbers game. It's sales at the end of the day. You have to give it out there. And the more viewers or the more people seeing your skills, or you doing something crazy or something off of the cusp, or like when I'm on set, I'll go around and talk in accents, you know, just in case they need somebody they need. You never know. You know what I mean? Like you just never know. If they need an English guy, I'll give you an English guy. You know, if you need a Boston guy, I'm going to give you a Boston guy. So it's just being yourself and being authentic and showing. And when you have all of these free platforms and beautiful, beautiful ways to put your tentacles all out there, use it. I don't understand it. Use it. But going back to all of it is, remind me that question again. I got a little.
John was going in, you all. I had to remind Jay Dixon the question, but he was dropping a ton of jewels in that episode 167, how to expand your creative resume and portfolio as an actor or even as a creative. And so if you are an actor or an actress, if you are a local creative that is looking to break into Hollywood, or even to get more eyes on your work or your projects, you definitely need to go to our YouTube channel and go watch episode 167, how to expand your creative resume and portfolio. And so shout out to my brethren, King John Dixon, who was dropping a ton of jewels in that episode in season 3. But tonight, for those who are just tracking with us, we're just doing a short recap on all of the highlights, all of the highlight reel for season 3. For our finale, our recap, we just literally heard from John Dixon, who is an actor and also a creative, and he literally just dropped the Quarantine album, I believe, about a month or so ago. So you could even listen to his album, you all, that he was speaking about in that short snippet, Quarantined by John Dixon, on all music platforms. So he's not just an actor, he is a mover and a shaker and also a fellow creative. And so, yeah, you all, it is time to stop playing with this game that we think is called life. You got to be able to spread your wings and fly. Excuse me. You have to be able to literally go after what your dreams and also your goals are, and to not make excuses. To not get distracted, to not literally get beside yourself, or to get down on yourself, get depressed when things don't go your way, which leads to one of also my favorite episodes that was literally at the end of season 3. When it comes to healthy eating, I'm definitely a proponent and an advocate for healthy eating, healthy dieting, and also health awareness. I'm a fellow alkaline vegan, so I eat clean, crystal clean, that is. No meats, no sugars, no high sugars, no sweets. But literally, if that is even not your lifestyle, you may want to even take a look at my special guest that I'm going to just show a quick highlight from, that was talking about a ton of jewels and the benefits of having a plant-based lifestyle. If you are someone who is interested in going plant-based, you're someone that's been on the fence and toying or tossing around with the idea, hopefully my guest, Miss Asia Rawls, who I interviewed not too long ago for the end of our season 3 episodes, literally can inspire you or motivate you at least to make some changes with your diet or with your health. A lot of times we're trusting the science, quote unquote, over our natural ability to eat better and also to live better and to have personal fitness, especially put into our daily or our weekly regiments. And so no type of shot, no type of pill can again serve the purpose of daily health and daily wellness, daily fitness and daily wellness. And so definitely take a look and hear from one of my VIP guests that was dropping a ton of jewels on her episode, how to literally receive and also to walk in the benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. So let me find that episode. This was the wrong one. This was actually a good episode too, from one of my mentees, Dominic, who was talking about being homeschooled, and also literally being able to navigate that different style of schooling. And so you will want to go back and watch that episode still that I was pulling up. But this episode was the major benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. And so take a listen with myself to hear from my very special guest, Miss Asia Rawls, who was talking about her plant-based lifestyle journey.
Sad. So those are some objectives you will have to get around.
Yeah, that's real. And we definitely talk about having one significant other or a family member or even a husband or a spouse that is not plant-based, and how you cannot butt heads but still live in harmony with those who may not be on the same wavelength. But I know we had another question coming in for you too. Delta had a part 2 question for you. She said, can you also touch on the implications of being plant-based with this pandemic taking place? What can we expect to happen to our bodies by switching to a plant-based diet?
Yeah, what we can expect. And so a lot of things is happening, in my opinion, due to the pandemic, and that's the neglect of how sensible we are to our bodies and the world and all the obstruction we cause. The universe will respond and speak back to you. When things are good, you'll see good. When things are bad, it's going to show you bad. So like we stated before, I believe the main way to building an immunity is from the inside out. And that's you really getting a good layer foundation of your body. Even when people get sick in the hospital, the first thing the doctor prescribes people is to change your diet. They tell people to, I know a person, I'm not going to say their name. They had a skin condition and they went to the doctor, and this goes to immunity. I got to tell the story. They went to the doctor and they're like, I really need some pills or something to help with my skin condition. And you know what the doctor told this person? They said, what? I'm not going to prescribe you anything. The only thing I'm going to tell you is sit outside in the sun. And sometimes we overhype ourselves up and think that we need all these things, but really we just need a lot of our natural elements and our natural qualities. And these were a lot of the base principles of African Mayat principles, and a lot of our African ways was simple, spiritual, and immunity building. And that's how this world got so populated today. It was from the original people and their mechanisms and their methods. So it's very important that we understand and know as Black people, what position do we play in the world with immunity? Because we have a big piece in immunity. Without immunity and our immunity, nobody would be here. So we have to understand, what does that look like? What does that entail? It entails food. What kinds of foods? And there wasn't hospitals and a lot of vaccines when a lot of these civilizations first started. There were natural foods, God-given foods that came from nature that would be a healing for the world. And we have to believe that. And when I say we have to believe it, when I talk to people about this, especially, I don't want to sound biased, but I have to be real. The older generation, like my parents, if I talk to this about this, it's like, to them, it's like voodoo, or that doesn't exist. Like, you need medicine, you need things, and that's just how it is. But we got to unlock that thinking, because if medicine was working, why are we still getting sick? Why are we getting sicker? Why are things still happening? You know, we got to say, okay, what can I do? What are some natural things that we can definitely do to help ourselves? And nothing against nurses and doctors. I have friends who are nurses and doctors, and they do a great job with what they can do day in and day out. But we can help them by eliminating a lot of the things that we get day to day. We can help them, because sometimes they get overwhelmed.
That's what you got to say after that. Just say, it's crazy when we trust the science versus being able to trust our natural God-given wisdom that we have received in order to be able to heal ourselves, you all. It's a ton of people that will trust their local physician or their doctors, not to say that the doctors are not needed or the local physicians are not needed, but literally, you know your body. I know my mom, and also even some of my coaches that I had for soccer and basketball always used to tell me growing up, you know your body, you know how far your body is willing to go, or how far your strength is willing to push you through. A doctor cannot tell you that. Even some coaches may not be able to tell you that. And so you have been given the wisdom, like Asia was saying, to go and do your research and to not literally put your life in the hands of someone else, especially a medication or a prescription. There's plenty of ways to get off a medication. I've literally coached and also consulted with many of my family members, my friends who have switched to a plant-based lifestyle, or even switched to going completely vegan or alkaline. And so literally there's ways to detox and to cleanse the body naturally. And so there's not substances or even pills that you need in order to get your body more healthy. It is fitness, like Asia said, getting enough sunlight, vitamin D, and making sure you change up your diet and your health regimen. But those are just three of my highlights that I wanted to definitely show from season 3, you all. You will need to go and literally go and watch those episodes in full, because all of my guests this season, from the entrepreneurs all the way down to those who were literally educating us on what they've been able to do for their journey or their ministry, their business, were able to drop a ton of information on literally their subject matter. And so if that is you that literally was able to benefit from those episodes, take a look and also see what are some of the updates that we're doing as we get ready to go into the new season 4 coming up. So take a look with me and let's see together what we are concocting in the kitchen, what we are doing and mixing in the kitchen for season 4. So those are some of our quick commercial ads. If you are looking to join an online community with like-minded entrepreneurs, like-minded young professionals or creatives, you can literally sign up for Smart Jewelz Institute the online learning, e-learning platform that Smart Jewelz Enterprises has created for our community and also for those clients and partners that we partner with for the RTJ show. They have courses and classes and personal development to financial literacy, to health and wellness, to personal coaching, real estate, investing, literally relationship building, you name it. There's tons of courses that are based around the 3 pillars of personal development, financial literacy, and also health and wellness. You can sign up for 60% off until the end of the year. I believe they're going to be offering some more discounted rates, but go and check them out at www.smartjewelzenterprises.org and select the Smart Jewelz Institute. And then we also are partnering with financial literacy programs that Smart Jewelz Enterprises also does. And so if you are wanting to build a financial legacy for your family and your children's children, to be debt-free living, to be financially free, to have your finances in order, and to not live paycheck to paycheck anymore, or to be one paycheck away from being having your car repoed or your house repossessed or being put out on the streets, God forbid, definitely click the link to go to smartjewelzenterprises.org or to sign up for their online Financial Peace University classes this fall and winter season. So you are not alone. If you are struggling with your mental, especially during this time of year with your mental health, just know that you are not alone. There's tons of men and women that are giving up on life, that they basically are wanting to just give up, literally throw in the towel. God forbid that they end their lives prematurely. Because we don't want it to get to that level. We want you to be able to get the right direction and the right help and services and resources that you will be able to connect with. And so if this is you, make sure to tap into some of our services that we provide, especially with our partner organization, Midnight Prayer Watch, and also here with the Run the Jewelz show, to be able to get help. Your mental health matters and your life matters because you have a purpose, and also you are here for a specific purpose and for a specific reason. And so just know that you are not alone. Don't suffer in silence this holiday season. So as you saw with the short video ad, personal development is essential, is an essential key to long-term evaluation of an organization or even an individual. And so smartjewelzenterprises.org does coaching and consulting services and personal development, public speaking, you already know, podcast coaching and podcast creation, health and wellness, financial freedom, you name it. They have tons of services with our coaches and also consultants that we partner with for RTJ through Smart Jewelz Enterprises. And so definitely go and find out how you can get your year started off right and get the right coaching and consultation from professional coaches who can direct you to get to your next level, to get out of your way, to get out of your block that you are getting blocked by reaching your fullest potential, and also that you can take yourself just to that next level. We all need a coach and a mentor to push us, to prod us, and to even educate us along the way, to help us not fall into the same pitfalls that they and that others have already traveled through successfully. And so if this is you, definitely click the link that's in the comment section to partner with Smart Jewelz Enterprises as we go into season 4. Also, tell us in the comments or even on the podcast, if you're listening, tell us what topics you want to see in next season's episodes. We've talked about a ton of different variety of episodes, topics from real estate development to real estate investing to plant-based lifestyle, to homeschooling for those who are listening or wanting to homeschool their son, their daughter. We've talked about startups. We've talked about a ton of subjects, how to locate business grants or community grants, literally denouncing different idols in your life. We are not shy from talking about controversial subjects on the RTJ show. And so we are going to be taking polls, and also we are going to be getting audio commentary from our podcast audience, and even you all who are watching the replay on our live stream to see what episodes you want to see and what subjects or topics you want to see for season 4's episodes. And so don't be shy. We want to hear from you all on the replay or on the podcast so that we can serve our audience and serve our target market successfully. And as we wind down, we always like to solicit for those who have benefited in any way, shape, or form from the 35 episodes that we've launched for season 3, 35 very powerful and prominent and also relevant episodes for season 3. We would love for you to partner with us by sowing a seed. No seed is too small or too large. All the names that you see at the bottom ticker on the screen are those who have sold with us. You can Cash App us at $SMART, SMART, JEWELZ, or you can Venmo us at Smart Jewelz Enterprises, or you can click the link that's also pinned in the comment section to be able to become a monthly Patreon with us. You can partner with us 3 different levels: gold, diamond, and jewels, and platinum. I'm sorry. Gold, diamond, and platinum jewel levels of membership for our Patreons. But literally, we've been able to be successful only through your support and also through our sponsors and our donors. And so all of the names and organizations and companies that you see at the bottom of the screen again have literally sown into our movement and our podcast ministry. And so shout out we had an anonymous donor, Smart Food Kitchen, also one of our affiliate partners, Alana Hope Christian International Ministries, one of our partner organizations that have schools in Liberia, West Africa, the Hugo Bar, also one of our partners, JR, and another anonymous donor, Miss Carol, or Auntie Carol, Arlene Speaks, Midnight Prayer Watch, our affiliate partner, B Legacy Real Estate, Snack Pack, Give Back, and most recently, Everybody Eats. All of these have been partners and affiliates and sponsors with our show to be a success. And so we could not have done this without you all. You can again wait for your blessings to come, or you can go out and make your blessings happen. And so we are blessed again to be on our podcast in 6 countries, 37 episodes for season 3 this year we have launched. Shout out again to all of those who are podcasters that are fellow podcasters. But we wanted to celebrate all of what we've accomplished this season with our recap for our last episode for season 3. And so next year, season 4 begins. You can subscribe to us in the meantime on all podcast platforms, you all, whether you're on Stitcher, Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Samsung, Amazon, you name it, any place that you listen to your favorite podcast or music artist, you can go and search for the Run the Jewelz podcast, and you'll be able to see the image that is on this screen right here. I've been blessed only because I'm literally wanting to give and also wanting to serve you all, our fellow Jewel listeners, each and every week faithfully. We've literally not missed, I think, but 1 week for this season because we had to take 1 week off, but we are here faithfully each and every week for RTJ. Next year, we are taking this show international. This year, because of some of the V19 constraints, we weren't able to be on the international platform to have our live shows taped and also broadcast in different continents and countries. But this upcoming year, we're not playing, you all. For season 4, we're going to take it bigger and also better to the next level. We taking it all the way to the tip top, all the way to the top, you all. And so if you've been blessed again in any of our 35 episodes, feel free to sow a seed with us. 3 ways to give: Cash App us at $SMART Jewelz, JEWELZ, Venmo us at Smart Jewelz Enterprises, or you can click the link in the comment section to become a local Patreon subscriber and supporter with us. I'm just your humble host, King Jewelz here. Those are all of my final jewels for season 3, you all. Our recap episode tonight. Go and subscribe to us on all of the podcast platforms. You could even subscribe to us if you are here on Facebook or on YouTube. Definitely go and share and like in the comment section or on the live stream video to help us get the word out, to get the message out for RTJ. Season 4 is coming, you all. We want to make sure that we are staying relevant and also staying controversial because we are not afraid to shy away from controversy at all here on the RTJ show. But make sure you're taking care of your body, your mind, your soul, and also even your heart, especially your soul and your heart this season, because many people are lonely during the holidays, and also many people are very depressed and very anxious of what's to come in the new year or the new season ahead. And so take care of your mental, take care of your heart, and most importantly, take care of your soul. You have to work all 3 together. Leave no of the 3 areas undone or unsought after or underdeveloped. We all need to take care of all 3 in order to be successful. But those are all of my jewels for season 3, you all. It's been a pleasure serving with you. Again, thank you to our affiliate partner, Midnight Prayer Watch, and also our client, Midnight Prayer Watch, which is also launched their podcast hosted by the Delta Williams. Shout out to all of our faithful Jewel listeners who have been rocking with us for season 3. We could not have made this a success without you all, but we are blessed because we love to serve. Yah has given us an idea to launch in the new year, so stay tuned for some of the enhancements to our show, to our podcast. Again, we love you all. We thank you all for your support, and most importantly, we want you to shine bright like the bright diamond jewel that God and Yah has created you to be, because someone that is watching you needs to feel and also needs to sense the light that is within you. But you have to be able to open up your mouth and speak. If you are a true king or a queen, you have to open up your mouth to speak so that others can see your crown, and others can also feel the light resonating off of your crown. And so if you are a king or a queen, you can't be shy, you can't be afraid, you can't be fearful. You must speak. You got to speak loud and speak up. Those are my final jewels for season 3, you all. Go and subscribe to our podcast, Run the Jewelz podcast show, and we'll hope to see you all, God willing, for a very powerful start to season 4. Stay tuned, stay hydrated, stay blessed, and peace.
We in the land of milk and honey. Ain't nothing sweet, these demons hungry. They go bananas for the money. But not me, I'm no circus monkey. It's crazy. No Satan can drown us with wavy. Too smooth. to be fooled by Fugazis. Guess that's all a part of what made me shine, shine, shine on all of them. Naomi said to shine your light, so shine on all of them. Climb, climb, 'cause you were born to win. Don't let them make you colorblind and not adore your skin. See, I've seen so many come and go. It's hard to get change when you're broke. My only goal while on the globe is not to let my shine grow. No, especially when your skin look like chocolate. Be careful of branches and olive, and look towards the sun for your soul to say. Shine, shine, shine. My own is a shine, so shine on me. You gotta so don't let them make you gotta shine, 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 shine on all of them. Naomi said to shine your light, so shine on all of them. Climb, climb, you were born to win. Don't let them make you colorblind and not adore your skin like the fire.